Yep. You haven't hit record. You haven't hit record.
No.
You haven't hit record.
No.
That'll be a good cold open.
No. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
No.
So, we're going to start a little bit of a series here for weekends.
Yes.
Since we've got a couple long series that are going on during the weekdays, we're going to throw something up on the weekends as well. It's going to be a nice, short series, hopefully.
Oh, no, I got all the DLC.
Oh, God.
we can easily get 20 episodes out of this and not even repeat maps.
So, we're going to take a grand tour of Ticket to Ride.
Oh, yeah. This is one of my favorite games.
I love this game.
Yeah.
I love this game to death. We're going to start with the base game.
Yes.
The base USA game.
We started recording the UK episode, and then I was like, this might be a little much for people that are just coming and have not played this game before. So we're going to start with the base game, and then we'll just gradually expand from there.
Yeah, we'll start playing the expansion. So we'll do this one first. I imagine we'll do the Mega 1910 expansion as the second one.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
And then just go from there.
Yeah, and then this one's just Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So, but along with the US, we have
all the Europe.
And then a couple in the Middle East.
Yeah, we've got China and India.
China and India.
Yeah.
The Eastern East.
Yeah.
Not the Middle East.
Just wait until the Japan expansion comes out, because you know it's coming.
I'm so excited. Okay, that's fine.
Alright.
So, I get to choose my tickets first.
Yep.
You pick 2 tickets at the beginning of the game.
Yes. I'm going to have the rulebook open on my phone, just in case. Because it's nice enough that Days of Wonder actually has all of their rulebooks on their website. It's super nice.
Right.
You don't have to go hunting for them. So,
well, I guess that's what I'm doing.
There it is.
All right.
Okay. All right. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Wow. Oh, man, you're going to be pissed. Yes.
Am I?
You're going to be so mad.
Oh, man.
Okay, we'll do that. Okay, my opening turn's done.
Okay.
So yeah, when you start out the game, you choose your opening tickets. Each ticket has a point value. You earn that many points if you complete it by the end of the game. Otherwise, you lose that many points.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I forgot about that.
We're playing a 2-player game. Mm-hmm. So you see some of these routes have double routes.
Yes.
There's 2 parallel ones. We actually won't be using the second route. Those are only for 4 or more players.
Right.
So that actually is a big change to the strategy of the game.
Right.
The other things you'll need to know, just off the top, the longer the route you complete, the more points it's worth, both in terms of tickets as well as in terms of the trains you place on the board. So, like, a 1-space route is only worth 1 point. A 2-space route is worth 2 points, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And
I'm already mad at you.
Rainbow tickets or rainbow cards can be used as any color.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you have to match colors along a route. So if you have 5 spaces that are all green, you have to have 5 green cards in order to play the route. Trying to think of what other important rules there are. I think that covers
You get a certain number of trains.
Yes.
On the screen, you can see how many trains we have left. It's next to your little...
Yeah, it's next to your dude.
So, Phil has 39 trains left, it's over here. And I've got 43 trains left, it's down in the bottom right-hand corner.
Yes.
When somebody has 2 trains or less, the other person gets 1 more turn, and then that's the end of the game.
Yeah, you play 1 complete round after that, I believe. Unless it's the last person to go in the round, and then the game's just over. So, yeah. Oh, wow. We'll just do... Yep. That's another rule right there. What just happened. When 3 rainbow cards hit the table, because there are 5 cards that we can pick from that we all see. Yeah. The rest are in the deck. If 3 of those cards are rainbow cards, those are immediately shuffled back into the deck.
Right.
Yeah, it prevents those from clogging the board, basically, because on your turn, I guess we never really talked about what you can do on a turn, though if you've been paying attention, you've probably noticed. You can do one of 3 things. You can draw more tickets, which is basically a last resort kind of thing.
Yeah.
If you don't have any tickets to play. You can draw locomotive cards, which if you do that, you can draw 2 cards from the deck. You can draw a card from the deck, or you can draw from the table. You can draw 2 cards from the table, or you can draw 1 rainbow card from the table. Basically, if you draw a rainbow card from the table, you're guaranteeing you're getting that rainbow card, but at the cost of not getting a second. Right. So, it's pretty rough.
Yeah.
There you go.
I tend to not take rainbow cards unless I absolutely have to.
I like to take them every once in a while, just to, make sure that I've got a color that I need. Especially if I've got a ticket that requires a bunch of different colors. Mm-hmm. You'll also notice that some of the routes that I've already placed were gray. Actually, all the routes that I've placed were gray. There is no gray card. That is just you can do it of any color, but if it's more than 1 space, they all have to be the same color.
Right.
So, there's a lot of strategy that goes into picking what tickets to pick.
Yes.
Although...
and you kind of have to get lucky.
Yeah, there's a little bit of luck involved. So, it's very interesting back and forth.
Also, you could never have too many trains.
No, you
never
don't have a
discard
hand limit.
Yeah. Trains.
So,
trains.
I like trains.
Trains.
I think that's enough of me espousing the rules of the game, though. There's a lot. But it's one of those games, though, that when you really start to play it, it starts to make sense.
Yeah. Or you watch it played.
Yeah. So.
Let's see.
So I'm just...
Stop looking at the screen.
I'm not looking at your cards.
God damn it.
I'm not looking at your cards. Stop whining. But you can also see on the left side of the screen what everybody else did on the opponent's turns, which is nice.
Yeah.
So, I see that she claimed a route.
And you also see how many it takes up.
Do you?
I think so.
Does it show you that much? I don't think it does. We'll have to test that. It's been a while since I've played the computer version.
Let's do this.
I actually have the physical copy of this game plus the 1910 expansion. Yeah. So, we are going to be playing a lot of board games on this channel at some point.
Yes.
And most of them are games that we'll have the physical copy of. Yeah, it does not tell you how long that route was because I just placed a 4. It just highlights it on the screen.
Oh, it's right here.
Yeah, it actually highlights it on the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here.
I pointed at the monitor, like somehow people could see that.
Right. I do that all the time. There we go. Yeah, we'll dig that one. When you draw new tickets, you draw 3, and then you have to pick at least 1. So if you get 3 garbage cards, well, too bad!
Yep.
You gotta play with your garbage. So, you just gotta make it work. And that's what a lot of this game is just making things work. So, there we go. There are 2 bonuses at the end of the game as well.
Yes.
There's a Globetrotter bonus, which is the most tickets completed. And then there's the longest route, which is really self-explanatory. It's the longest contiguous route from one city to another. No doubling back, no counting the forks that you didn't use for that route, etc., etc. So, there you go.
What?
So...
let's see, I would like to build my trains.
This game is going really fast.
Yeah, it is. That's because one of us is talking and the other one's like... Oh my god.
Did you get poo-poo cards?
No. The opposite.
Nice.
Yeah. Alright. We'll claim this round.
You're building all the way up in New England over there.
Ah.
What are you planning?
Nothing. Ain't got nothing planned.
How dare you lie to me? There's always plans and schemes. Alright.
There's no such things, and you know it.
You're all the way up in Canada. How are you not scheming? You're in Canada.
That's racist?
Question mark? Poo-poo cards, yay!
Yay.
Gotta love the poo-poo cards. The poo-poo cards is what makes this game fun.
Is it?
Yes. Of course it is. Poo-poo cards is always what makes this game fun. Okay. The other thing that I like about this game is there is actually built-in color blindness assistance.
Yeah.
Because each space has its own symbol the card corresponds to, and it's just... There's so many little things about this game that make it really nice.
Yes. Alright, let's see. Yeah. Guess I'll take that one. And,
so I guess this is as good of a time as any to talk about the one trip we've taken by train.
To Chicago?
Yeah.
We live near Kansas City, too, so...
Yeah.
As you can tell by the map, it really isn't that far of a train ride.
No, and it actually did go through St. Louis.
It did. Yes, it did.
Which made me really sad when I was a kid, because we stopped right near Busch Stadium and didn't get to leave the train, and I was so sad.
Mom's like, you can see the arches. I'm pretty sure I was asleep. Because I
Probably.
don't remember stopping in St. Louis. I actually really don't remember much about the Chicago trip as a whole. But...
okay, so I've got that. Let's do this. Yeah, we'll go with that.
My turn.
I only remember one thing, and that was going to Wrigley Field.
Aww.
Which was awesome. It was the shortest game of the year. So, yeah, So,
let me get this straight. You and Dad went to Wrigley Field.
Yeah.
I am actually the Cubs fan between the two of us.
You weren't at the time, though.
No, but I've never been to Wrigley's Field. You're a Cardinals fan. You can go suck one.
So, on the way to the stadium, we took a taxi there, and I fell asleep in the taxi. So, when we got there, I was a little disoriented, but I made my way to our seats. Our seats didn't have the greatest view, but this was during the time of Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire.
You know, the good players.
So I was I was just like, oh yeah, we'll be able to see some home runs and stuff, and it'll be great. And then it ended up being a game that lasted less than 2 hours. It was a 2-1 game. They were playing against, I believe it was Arizona. But yeah, it was the shortest game they had all season. So in order to at least savor the moment a bit, my dad and I walked down from our seats, which our seats were about halfway up the first level. So we weren't close to the field,
right?
By any stretch of the imagination. But we walked up and just kind of hung out. Do I want to risk another ticket? Or do I just want to build routes? Because we're almost done. I'm just going to build routes. We'll do it that way. Okay. So we walked down to the infield wall, and we're just looking at the stadium. And the umpire, the crew chief umpire for the game, walked back out of the dugout where I guess they were getting ready to head out of the stadium. And he walked back out and he yelled out, "Hey Dad, catch," and he threw a baseball up to my dad that was used in the game.
Aww.
I still have it.
Aw, that's awesome.
I still have that baseball. Unfortunately, I did not keep the ticket that went with it, so I don't have basically the proof that it came from that game, but I don't think I really need it at this point.
You're not just telling it, so...
Yeah, so... But it was really cool, and I still have that baseball.
No.
I have a baseball from Wrigley Field. I have a baseball from Kauffman Stadium. I still have the ticket with that one. That was a game they played against the Oakland A's. And then I have a KU baseball as well. So... It's the one piece of what's the word I'm looking for?
Memorabilia?
Yes. It's one piece of memorabilia that I really like to have as game day baseballs.
Yeah.
Because it's not just a baseball.
I don't have any stories like that. Because I'm a very recent baseball fan.
Yeah. Yeah, I went to baseball games a lot when I was a kid.
I did too. I had ADHD, so
I grew up in the day and age of 90s Royals.
Oh, God.
Ooh, boy. Where our only good player that stayed with us was Mike Sweeney.
Oh, my God. Mike Sweeney was a Royal?
Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah, he was a lifetime Royal. He never got traded or anything. Yeah, he was definitely an interesting player to watch. He was very good. But we didn't really have anyone to build around him. When we did get players to build around him back then, they ended up getting traded off.
Yeah.
People like Johnny Damon.
Yeah.
Who ended up having a great career with the Yankees. He was a Royal. Carlos Beltran, who ended up having a great career with the Mets and the Yankees.
Yeah.
Also a Royal. Jermaine Dye, who ended up killing us as a White Sox.
Yeah.
Also a Royal. They were all in the same outfield at the same time. That was the most frustrating part about that team. That sucked.
I am out of trains. I cannot build any more trains.
You are out of trains.
I am out of trains.
You are out of trains.
I'm forever out of trains.
So this is the last turn.
Yes.
Okay. If that's the last turn, then I'm going to do this. Okay.
Really? You're giving me a turn? I have no more trains! Do I want to take the gamble?
Just take a couple cards and end the game. That's all you have to do.
How much do I want to gamble? I'm gambling. I'm going for it.
Oh God, here we
go.
go.
For it. Oh, come on! Are you fucking kidding me? What is this garbage? Alright, well, I'll just take the lowest point one. Alright, there we go.
Watch that make you lose by less than the card's amount.
It was 6. Alright, so if I lose by like 5, I'm gonna be livid.
You had some long routes, holy shit.
Okay, I got screwed at the beginning of the game.
I didn't. I had Winnipeg to Houston, and then I had Duluth to Houston, and then I had Kansas City to Houston.
Fucking kidding me?
Those were my 3 starting tickets.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
You're probably gonna get longest route.
I did.
Easily. So 3, 9, 15, 17, 18, 20. Yeah, you easily won.
Woo! Yeah!
Yeah, you easily won.
Oh my God.
I want to see how close I was to longest. Probably nowhere close, but...
You were like, I'm gonna just play
9,
routes, and
10,
I was like,
11, 12, 13,
Jesus
14,
Christ,
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 34.
Phil, this is my longest route.
No, it did it for here.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did.
No, it didn't.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're right.
I can punch you.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. 37 is what yours was. Mine was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I wasn't even close. But yeah, there's game number 1.
I kicked ass.
Yes, you did.
I did it.
You got a trophy. Look at that. There it is.
Yay. Trophy. Look at her point at it.
Yeah. You got a trophy.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Fuck yeah.
We'll be back with 1910.
All right.